Welcome to Productronica and welcome to ASMPT. We're going to take you on a tour of our booth and show you some of the highlights of the Intelligent Factory right here at the ASMPT booth, Productronica 2023. My colleagues are going to show you how we can make your electronics manufacturing more productive, more profitable, and more resilient. So let's go ahead and meet our experts. I'm now joined by Mr. Joseph Ernst, CEO of the SMT Solutions segment. Hello, Joseph.
Hi, Mark. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. So, Joseph, digitalization, automation, data, these are all key drivers in manufacturing. Can you explain to us how ASMPT's open automation concept is going to shape the future of electronics manufacturing?
For sure, certainly. Mark, open automation is, well, maybe as you indicated already in your question, talk about data. And we talk about big data at the final end because big data is the basis really, or the base for optimization of the SMT line, of the whole factory at the final end. And when we talk about big data, then you have to collect not just the data from our equipment, from the placement equipment, the printer or the SPI, but from the whole factory. And to allow this, we need open automation. So we talk about open interfaces, standard interfaces, so that we can also connect the third-party equipment. And to be honest, even if necessary of our competitors, if they have still the equipment in, that we can collect all the data based on the big data, then go for analysis of the data, and therefore then be able and provide measures to our customers to improve productivity and last but not least also quality.
We are talking this year about the Intelligent Factory. Can you explain to us how that differs from the integrated smart factory or builds upon it?
Oh, for sure. Mark, with a smart factory, so we obviously the primary target was also to provide additional return of invest to our customers by providing excellent software solution and collecting data. But with the Intelligent Factory, we go now the next step. So by applying then new technologies in our software, for our software tools, so mainly we talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about really being able to analyze the big data, which we're collecting with our backbone system, with the manufacturing execution system. And with this approach, we can dynamically react, so almost on real time, or basically real time on the SMT line, but at the final end also really based on big data analysis, provide also mid to long-term measures where then the customer can improve the productivity as well as the quality. So we really go, at the final end, we go the next step with artificial intelligence and new technologies which are now available, which we apply in our software tools.
Okay, excellent. So basically, we're collecting a lot of data, but we're also doing something intelligent with the data.
Correct.
Yeah.
And maybe to add on this also that we collect also the data, not just from the SMT line, from our equipment, third-party equipment, but also from the people, from the process. And for example, with a virtual assist, so we even collect the data which we have available, which we provide on the spot to the production guys, to the people from our customers, so the engineers, because they are able to collect data, information on the spot with a virtual assist, which is also using the ChatGPT technology.
Okay, thank you. There's some really, really interesting things that we're showing to do with the Intelligent Factory. And very much appreciate you taking the time to explain this concept to us, Joseph. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day at Productronica.
Thank you very much, Mark. It was also a pleasure to me. Thank you.
Okay, we are at the first station of our booth tour, and I'm joined by Petra Klein-Gunevik from our product management department. Hi, Petra.
Hi, Mark.
So, Petra, in the Intelligent Factory, one of the key pieces to this is very innovative, but very integrated hardware. Can you explain some of that to us today, please?
Of course I can. So here we have our high performance line, which gives you maximum throughput and high efficiency on the smallest footprint in the SMT production. In action, you do see our printer platform DECTQ, the latest innovation for the process lens HD, which measures 70% faster than conventional systems, while still being highly accurate. And last but not least, we have our placement platform C-Place TX, including the new trailer unit for large trays and several new stationary cameras, so you have highest performance also for complex products.
Okay, that's a very, very impressive lineup of hardware. But in today's industry, the integration between hardware and software is becoming more and more important. Can you explain what we do in this area, please, Petra?
Yes, believe it or not, we not only talk about the open interfaces, we really live them. In this line, we have included the IPC CFX standard, which makes it easy to integrate third-party products or to use options for performance increase. So into an installed base, you can easily add new features. And we even demonstrate here the usage of the IPC Hermes standard, which enables a PCB to control the line. It's as easy as it sounds.
The use of the industry standard IPC Hermes allows for automated program changes in SMT lines. This is made possible when equipment suppliers adopt data-driven program change techniques, such as the ones used in deck printers, the ASMPT process lens, and C-place placement machines. In this process, the physical board is paired with IPC Hermes data and passed along the SMT line, triggering automatic program changes at each equipment step. This seamless automation is enabled through effective communication between ASMPT equipment and the ASMPT line control system. Fully automatic program change is enabled right from the beginning of the SMT line. The magazine unloader identifies the barcode of the PCB magazines, generates the IPC Hermes protocol and includes the related product type ID. The initial and unique identification of the product type ID eliminates the need for separate barcode readers at every stage of the line and guarantees complete support for flipped PCBs. The next step in the SMT process is the deck printer. It receives a program change trigger from the Hermes protocol, and by request from the printer, the ASMPT line control checks the current recipe and either confirms it, or initiates a program change, including the download of the new printer program and the automatic start of the program change process. The printer program adjusts the conveyor width, and via Hermes handshake, the unloader is then triggered to feed the board into the printer. When the PCB arrives at the process lens, the SPA automatically selects the appropriate inspection program based on the IPC Hermes data received. With the program in place, the process lens initiates the adjustment of the conveyor width and starts the inspection process automatically. Most types of handling equipment can apply and utilize automatic adjustment of the conveyor width along the production line using information from the IPC Hermes protocol. The arrival of the PCB at the C-place placement machine triggers the Hermes handshake, which in turn initiates the conveyor adjustment. Simultaneously, ASMPT line control checks the recipe and either confirms it, or prompts a program change. If that's the case, then the program download additionally enables automatic placement of support pins and, if needed, a fully automated nozzle change as well. Once all the changeover activities are finished, the board placement automatically begins. This seamless process is repeated at every C-place machine down the production line. During the placement of the same product, there is no need to alter any program as the recipe remains unchanged. However, when a new product PCB arrives at the first placement machine, data-driven product change comes into play after the usual query. In this scenario, the automatic product change is executed seamlessly, without any downtime. IPC Hermes enables automated program changes for third-party equipment as well, allowing the concept to be applied to the entire SMT production line. Implementing data-driven program change using the IPC Hermes standard greatly improves the SMT production process by the automatic loading of correct recipes without the need for vendor-specific integration or proprietary interfaces. This saves time, reduces errors and costs, and improves the quality of your SMT processes.
That's very important that we're basing our integration on industry standards because they're going to become more and more important in the intelligent factory in the future. Okay, so we've taken a look at the high performance line. I believe we also have a high flex line we want to take a look at.
Yeah.
So why don't we go over there and take a look at that one next,
Yes.
Petra? Okay, we've now arrived at our high flexible line. And Petra, I see you've brought a nice example for us to look at as well. Why don't you explain to us what's going on this particular line, please?
Here at our high flexible line, we show scalable performance and the integration of third-party products to enable this line to place components of any shape, weight and size. So in action, we have the DEC TQL printer for large boards, the process lens, and of course our high flexible platform C-Place SX. The C-Place SX is enhanced with several third-party options for feeding and also for placing OSC and through-hole components. So with this flexible line and the easy integration via open standard interfaces of third-party products and options is the ultimate solution for flexible application in the high mix, low volume environment.
That's very impressive, Petra. And some pretty interesting components we're able to place with the equipment.
Yes.
Are we going to be demonstrating that?
Of course, we show it live at the booth. We will place this board.
Very, very good. Okay, so that concludes our stop number 2 on the booth tour. And we'll be back to you soon. Thank you. We're now at our first software experience area. And I'm joined by Haitem Giridi from our product management team. Hello, Haiti.
Hi, Mark.
So, Haiti, one of the topics in the Intelligent Factory is how to optimize the deployment of our workforce. Can you explain us some of the tools that we have that allow you to optimize the deployment of the workforce in the factory?
Actually, Mark, we are showing here our solution, how we can increase effectiveness within the shop floor by just smart and intelligent guidance of the operator within the shop floor, using smart devices and even remote cockpit. But also considering all of the skills and expertise of the operators, it means we just send the right assist to the right guy. So you see, with our solutions, we can even connect all the dots.
That's excellent, Haiti. So tasks get distributed to the right person who then does the right action to keep the line running.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Haiti. I'm now meeting with Mr. Olimpiu Datku from our IoT Solutions team. Hi, Ollie. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mark. Nice to see you again.
Ollie, why don't you explain to our audience what you're showing here in your experience area?
Sure, with pleasure. So what we have here is Virtual Assist on the browser and on the phone, and you can ask it any questions you want, as you would be asking a colleague, and it will get back to you with the right responses in no time.
That sounds very interesting. So I'd like to know, for example, the performance of the C-Place SX machine that's over on that production line.
Sure, no problem. Let me just ask it. What's the performance of a C-Place SX machine? And here we have it.
Well, fantastic. So my next stop is going to be the cafeteria. Okay.
I'll be joining you shortly.
Very, very impressive, Ollie. Thank you for explaining the virtual assist to us. I hope you have a great day at Productronica. We're at our next stop at the experience area, and I'm joined by Phil Reed, Director of Service Engineering. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Mark.
So, Phil, your area here is all about workforce development, and workforce development is an important topic in the Intelligent Factory. Can you walk us through some of the tools that we have at ASMPT that help our customers develop their workforce?
Yeah, sure, Mark. I mean, you're right. It's a massive challenge, the workforce development these days, and workforce recruitment is an ever-increasing challenge. So we have various solutions, learning solutions based on our ASMPT Academy. And we have solutions starting with our new blended learning, which is actually combining e-learning and instructor-led training in a virtual world, and help as a great mixture to educate our customer staff.
Right.
And then following on from that, we have the e-learning. We have new unlimited learning packages now available for placement systems, for printing systems, and for all ASMPT equipment and software. So this is something else we're highlighting here today. And then when we come to virtuality, a lot of people think virtuality is a little bit of a gimmick, Mark, yeah? But how did you get here? Did you fly here?
I flew here, yeah.
Of course, yeah. How did the pilot learn?
Well, I guess they learned in a simulator to start off with, didn't they?
Which is a form of virtual reality. So this is what we're doing. We're developing virtual reality learning solutions to help our customers practice in a safe environment and then review how they've learned before they actually implement it in the real world at the shop floor.
That's excellent, Phil. So we're covering every product that we sell in the academy, and we're doing it blended with instructor-led, virtual reality, and self-learning. That's a very comprehensive solution.
A massive comprehensive solution we have here, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Phil. That's a great summary. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Our next experience area is all about material flow. I'm joined now by Mr. Rob Rain from our product management department. Hello, Rob. How are you doing?
Hi, Mark. I'm well, thank you.
So, Rob, why don't you explain to us some of the hardware and software that you're showing in this experience area?
Right. It's all about material flow. We can keep material in towers. We can move it in cassettes. We've got hardware for transferring cassettes, PCB magazines, another material that we use, the robot to transport it, and of course software to coordinate it, like Flow Optimizer and Factory Material Manager.
Okay, Rob. So that's a lot of interesting pieces of hardware and software. How does that all come together? How does that help our customers?
Well, it takes the labor out of all this material delivery process. So Material Flow Optimizer can plan how the material is going to be delivered and pass that to Factory Material Manager so we can deliver it from the tower. And then, of course, we have the robot that can deliver to a magazine loader or a cassette transfer station right there on the line. So the only thing left for the operator to do is splice the reel.
That's great, Rob. So we automate planning, but we also automate delivery to the line. That's fantastic. I know you're going to be doing some live demonstrations during Productronica this week. So I hope you have a great day at Productronica.
Thank you, Mark.
We're back in one of our software experience areas. And right now I'm joined by Christoph Lettenbauer from our product management team. Hi, Christoph.
Hello. Nice to have you here.
Good, Christoph. So this area that you're representing is all about yield and performance. Can you tell us about some of the tools we have at ASMPT that help with the customer's yield and performance?
For sure. So the combination of our unique process know-how and the data generated in the SMT factories enable a comprehensive and in-depth analysis of all production processes. This helps our customers to leverage previously undiscovered optimization potential and helps to avoid manual effort and errors thanks to autonomous processes. We've got two convincing new innovations here in the booth that help to increase the yield and the performance for the SMT lines. First of all, our brand new analytics software, which is called SMT Analytics. It helps to identify performance or throughput issues based on data. So basically, it shows the root cause of possible performance decreases. It points out the impact and shows optimization potentials. This, in the end, leads to a higher throughput, higher efficiency, and better lines that operate.
Excellent, Christoph. So SMT Analytics does two things then. It tells you where you're losing performance, but it also tells you what you can do to correct it because it's pointing you in the right direction of what to do. That's excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Christoph. I hope you have a very good day at Productronica. Okay, we're back on the show floor now for part 2 of our topic, yield and performance. And I'm joined by Mr. Jérôme Rousseval from our product management team. Hello, Jerome. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mark. I'm doing very well. Thank you. And you?
Very well, thanks. Well, we talked a little bit earlier about increasing yield and performance using data analytics. Now we're on the production line. Perhaps you could explain to us all of our hardware and software that goes into improving yield and performance.
Yes. So what we have, Mark, is the Process Expert solution. It's the first expert system for electrical manufacturing. If you look at SPI and AOIs, they only look at the measurement data from those machines and only provide those data. With Process Expert, you have a look at the complete SMT line and you can actually optimize every single step of the line. We already had the printing module, which is the full process optimization, and it's fully automated. It works with our SPI, process LEDs, but it also works now with third-party SPIs. With the new features of Process Expert, we can now optimize as well placements, and we can link to third-party AOI machines to have a look at the complete SMT line to find out where the defects were created and then to put corrective actions in place that the defects won't be created again. So with Process Expert today, you can have a look at all the processes from printing, measurement process from the SPI, placement process and measurement process from the AOI.
That's excellent, Jerome. So we took the printing process, made it closed loop, added in placement, and that now is going to give us the highest possible level of quality across the whole production line.
That's correct. With Works Process Expert, you can actually achieve 0 DPMO for the complete line. It's not only a dream, it can be achieved.
That's excellent. 0 DPMO, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great place to finish. Jerome, thank you very much for your time. Wish you a great day at Productronica. We're in the experience area for Factory Equipment Center, and I'm joined by one of our customer success managers, Mr. Oliver Kraus. Hi, Ollie. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mark. I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. So, Ollie, why don't you tell us what is Factory Equipment Center all about?
So, Mark, Factory Equipment Center is our solution for machine maintenance and asset management. So this solution covers all your needs for the equipment in your factory. So regarding maintenance, we do offer the classical systems like time and usage-based. But we even go a step further and we collect the data, continuously data by our machines to enable you to decide whether to do maintenance or not. So we go on a very flexible maintenance concept, and that is completely new.
That's great, Ollie. So it's an automated maintenance software. What kind of advantages does a customer have when they use the system?
So first of all, with an automated system in terms of maintenance and scheduling, you have all the control and transparency of the data of your equipment. You know the conditions, you continuously monitor the condition. So you're independent of individual know-how and knowledge. So in the end, you have a system controlling your maintenance process, and in the end, you have the full transparency and control over all the assets that are used at our equipment in the production.
So automated maintenance with real-time data across the whole factory. Very, very interesting. Ollie, thank you very much. I hope you have a great day at Productronica. We're over at the critical manufacturing part of the booth right now, where they're demonstrating the award-winning MES software. And I'm joined by Isabel Lopez, Business Development for the SMT segment. Hi, Isabel. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mark. I'm very well, thank you.
Well, we're excited to hear all about critical manufacturing MES and some of the benefits MES can bring to your manufacturing.
Yes, so when we talk about the factory of the future, to become a factory of the future, an intelligent factory, you need an MES, so a manufacturing execution system, which means that we can give you full control and real-time visibility across the entire shop floor, across the entire production. So with the seamless integration, connectivity and automation, on the other hand, you can scale really easily and really quickly, so that you can really future-proof your operations as you grow, as you change. So that's one of the benefits. But on top of that, you get access to data management, advanced data management, advanced data analytics. So you get really valuable insights that will allow you to make informed decisions really faster. So, which means you can really optimize your production, you can improve your efficiency, you can improve sustainability. So that comes with all like advantages like cutting down on waste, optimizing your resource usage. So overall, just improving your overall efficiency. And so when we talk about our critical manufacturing MES, specifically for electronics and SMT, it's really the most complete and the most modern solution in the market. So what you get with us is really the complete package, so that you can address the most advanced electronic manufacturing use cases, not only today, but also for tomorrow.
Very good, Isabel. So we're controlling the whole of the production across the whole factory, real-time data. I can see that an MES solution is a very key piece of the intelligent factory. Thank you very much. I hope you have a very successful day at Productronica. For our next stop of the ASMPT Booth Tour, we've moved over to the Semiconductor Solutions segment of the booth. And today I'm joined by David Felicetti, who's in business development with the Semi section. So David, could you explain to us some of the solutions that you're actually going to be demonstrating here at the Semi section of the booth?
Very well. So we show here our smart automotive solutions. The automotive industry is not only adapting more and more electronics, it's also starting to influence more packaging trends. And we show our latest developments here in some key areas. So for instance, in connectivity, we're showcasing how we can enable the mass production of optical photonic devices such as transceivers used in data centers. And we have the Micron Nova Pro that can achieve an accuracy of 1 micron while maintaining a UPH of 1000. We also have in the electrification area where power modules and inverters, they strive for more and more robustness and power density. And we support these requirements by our total sintering solutions. So for instance, we have the silver sintering process, we have the die tacking process, we have the pressure sintering, as well as encapsulation. So total solution from ASMPT. We also have in that area our gold and copper wire bonder. And that together with SkyEye, we have total traceability, real-time monitoring, and predictive maintenance. So making it an intelligent machine already. And in our third area, the ADAS section, we have ASMPT AI's car camera lens assembly system. And this CMOD-S is our latest development that cuts the cycle time in half of this assembly process. And overall on this booth, I want to show how the SMT and the semiconductor assembly line are getting closer and closer together. So for instance, in the power section, we have the printer as well as a diode tacking machine in line. And also taking the example of the car camera assembly, we have the chip level assembly, we have the SMT board level assembly, and the lens assembly all under one roof. And that's actually quite an exciting thing to show here on the show.
It is, David. Very, very interesting. Highly accurate machines for advanced packaging and solutions for the automotive industry. Well, thank you very much, David. I hope you have a very successful productronica.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, we're now standing in front of our ESG showcase. So, Joseph, can you tell us what does ESG mean and what does it mean to ASMPT in particular?
Certainly, Mark. ESG obviously stands for Environmental Social Governance, and ASMPT as a group, and for sure also the ASMPT SMT Solutions, with a clear commitment to ESG. And ESG, talk about, as I just mentioned, environmental, social governance. I might at the moment not refer too much on governance, which is certainly, let me say, that we apply this one since years already, so we have our rules in place and really assure that everything is in order to each and every rule which is available and applicable in the world. Social, we also committed to social, that we provide value to our society, that we also, for example, support kindergartens and so on, and also talk about diversity. So that's obviously a key topic. So not just because we need additional, obviously, manpower and competences which we recruit, but diversity is for us really important because we also believe, and I strongly believe, that diverse teams provide a value, an additional value to our company. When we talk about diverse teams, we talk about they are open for new things and obviously driving innovation. But let's focus a bit more on E, environmental, and as ASMPT, and obviously then break it down to the ASMPT SMT segment. So we committed ourselves to a clear target. So we want to reduce the CO2 consumption, which we unfortunately still provide today. This is a clear commitment from our side that we significantly reduce this one. And there we have several measures in place already.
Okay. And you actually said about the commitment, we've committed to net zero by 2035. So can you tell me a little bit about the strategy of how we get to this net zero by 2035?
I want to be a bit more precise. So when we talk about net zero 2035, so we are clearly addressing this one to scope 1 and scope 2. So what we are consuming on CO2, and there's a clear commitment from our side to reduce this to zero by 2035. And what are the measures, obviously? So here we talk about that we go for green current, that we improve, for example, in our factories. So we talk about air pressure, which we have to provide. So, and with new investment of new compressors, so we were able to reduce energy consumption significantly. We talk about photovoltaic equipment, which we're installing not only in Weymouth, for example, but also we have also our site in Győr, in Hungary. And here we already have clear measures in place where we were able to reduce our CO2 consumption already significantly, and also a clear plan to further reduce it so that in 2035 we achieve net zero for Scope 1 and Scope 2.
Okay, thank you very much for explaining that to us, Joseph. And with those examples, I'm very sure that we're going to get there by 2035. ESG, very important topic in the economy right now. Joseph, I want to thank you again for explaining all these topics to us.
Mark, let me bring up an additional topic.
Sure.
And because, I talked about Scope 1 and 2, but the challenges with Scope 3, and obviously not the challenge which just we face, it's also our competitors face, or all machine builders. And Scope 3 means the CO2 consumption when you manufacture a machine. So for example, when you talk about machine parts, casting parts, which you use into our machine, and this is summing up to then the so-called Scope 3 CO2 consumption. And here we also, let me say, already in cooperation with our customers, with partners, and very important with our supply chain. And we're also in the leader of a consortium to address Scope 3, which is more challenging, but together with our partners, with our supply chain, with our suppliers, as well as with the customers, we already go here the first step to also reduce the CO2 consumption of the manufacturing of our machine, which is also obviously key to overall reduce the CO2 which we provide, unfortunately, in this environment. So this is, with this holistic approach, Scope 1, Scope 2, and Scope 3, we're really convinced here we're on the right step and provide also value, obviously, then also to the society by protecting our environment.
Okay, excellent. So one step at a time, and eventually we're going to get to Scope 3 as well.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph.
You're welcome, Mark.
Wow, I think you'll agree that that was really, truly impressive. ASMPT is the only company in this industry that provides solutions for SMT manufacturing, semiconductor manufacturing, and MES software. And with that, we conclude our tour of the ASMPT booth here at Productronica 2023.